Hey everybody, it's me, Jennifer DeRosier, your favorite realtor. I was thinking about my first-time home buyers. I've been working with so many right now, and I thought everybody seems to have the same questions. So I wanted to do another information video for you today, and I wanted to talk about the buying process and what to expect and how to go about doing things. So most first-time buyers find themselves on sites like Zillow and Trulia, house hunting and saving homes and sort of falling in love. As tempting as that is, the first thing you really want to do is contact a mortgage broker and get that pre-approval. You do have the option of going from bank to bank and sort of shopping your own loan. I tend to recommend working with a mortgage broker because it's one application, one hit to your credit, and then they will shop around for the best possible rate and program for your needs. Of course, I am not affiliated with any one person, and you do whatever is going to make you comfortable. So just know that going in, but it can be an efficient and time-saving process. It can also be kind of team building. It's like having another person on your team who's fighting to get you the best shot. So contact whoever you choose to use as a lender, and here are some of the things you're going to want to ask. Ask them what loan program is best for you, because we all know back in the days of predatory lending and the downturn, lenders were doing whatever was best for them. There are regulations in place to protect you as the buyer, but you want to know that you are advocating for your best interests and no one else's. So find out, do you qualify for a conventional loan, which might get you a lower rate and no mortgage insurance? Or do you think you'd be best in an FHA loan, which is a government-insured program that lets you put down significantly less as a down payment? The downside is you do have to carry mortgage insurance, but sometimes it can even out, especially if you don't have 10 or 20% to put down in a home. Alternately, another option that I don't see enough of, and I think it's a really great benefit, is a VA loan. That mortgage program is actually guaranteed by the government. It's only available to people who've served in the armed forces, and it's a great benefit. So definitely ask your lender if they have experience with all different options and what programs they feel would most benefit you, and then ask them to give you a rundown of what your bottom line would look like. So, for example, if they tell you how much you qualify for, make sure you take it to the next step and ask them, what will my monthly payment look like at that number? Does that include taxes and insurance? Make sure it does, because if you're just looking at principal and interest, you're going to think that you can afford way more house than you actually can. And so you want to go into this with your eyes open, especially if you're a first-time buyer. So write that down. Do that first. If you don't know who to call, then maybe what you want to do is find your realtor first, because most realtors who've been in this for more than a hot second, they've got a couple of lenders that they really trust. And I can tell you, we go through the good, the bad, and the ugly because it's up to our buyers. So there's just an arsenal of information that your realtor will be able to provide you with. Be wary of anyone who tells you you have to work with a certain vendor, because that's not appropriate. I'm not here for that. So make sure you know that the right is yours. A good, reputable mortgage broker will not charge you. If they're charging you, get up and leave and then go somewhere else, because there should not be an application fee. At the very least, if there is an application fee just to get a pre-approval, I mean, pay it if you want to, but a pre-approval is not a sure thing. So it might be better to get up, get out, and go apply with another mortgage broker that's not going to take you for $300 just to say no thank you. Just my 2 cents, because I've been there. When it comes to picking your realtor, I just want to throw some caution out there to you. A lot of people make the mistake of clicking on the face on Zillow or Trulia that's next to their favorite listing. So I want to make sure you know, as the consumer, anybody can get their face next to a listing on Zillow or Trulia. It has nothing to do with your sales volume or how long you've been in business. Those are paid spots. Being a Zillow Premier Realtor It's something that any realtor can do if they have the money every month to spend on it. It's lead generation. That's what it is. And that's fine. I've done it. A lot of people do it. Most people do it. This is a hard business. It's sales. You got to get your name out there. However, interview your realtor. Find out what's their sales volume for the year. Do they specialize in buyers or sellers or a little bit of both? Do they have an assistant, especially as a first-time home buyer? If you're working with a high sales volume, big top producer who's going to pass you off to a stranger the minute you go under contract, that's unnerving and unsettling, and really what you want is continuity and comfort, at least in my experience. I'm not saying that those top producers and those high, big sales volume realtors aren't fantastic. Of course they are, otherwise they wouldn't be doing so well. But I'm saying interview, don't assume, because this person's working for you. So make sure they're going to be available to you. A good realtor answers their phone on a Sunday night at 8 o'clock, or at the very least sends you a text message and says, hey, I'm playing a board game with the kids. Is everything okay? That's what you want. You want someone who's going to have your back. Buying a home for the first time can be scary. And so to wrap it all up, I just wanted to tell you, have your ducks in a row and never forget that you are the person in charge. This is all for you. So you want to build a team that includes a lender that you trust who is working to get you the best rate possible and knows how to communicate those important details to you. And then you want to pair that with a realtor who has your back and understands what your needs are. And don't be swayed by anything but your own instincts, because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. Gather 2 years of tax returns, a month of bank statements, and 2 months or 2 consecutive pay stubs. 2 consecutive pay stubs. That's the documentation you're going to need to get that pre-approval. And then call this girl, and I will help you with the rest. So I hope this was helpful. I know it was a little bit long, but this is my summary of what it takes to be a first-time homebuyer. I hope it helps, and I hope to hear from you all soon. Have a good day.